what I'm doing here, I'm putting in these little bamboo poles. And one thing I've discovered, these poles were a little skinnier than I thought they were when I bought them, but they'll still work. But my ground underneath, I have about, maybe 4 inches of soil with a little bit of mulch on top. And then below that, it's rock hard. I mean, rock hard. So I'm going to go around to the other side. You'll see me up here in a minute on the other side. And put a pole opposite from the one that I just put in there. You do see a pole in the center, and I have plans for that one. I have those beans that are growing up there, and there's some on the, there's a hoop that goes over on the other side that doesn't have, I can move it to that so that the beans will all be in this same area. But it's stuck on the pole that it's on, so I have to do some work on it before I can get it moved. My goal is to get everything in this space right here so that as our cold weather approaches, I can protect it from the cold. And I know the beans, once it starts frosting, the beans are probably done anyway, but at least I'll try to protect them for a little while. And the rest of the stuff that's in here should winter over just fine as long as they're somewhat protected. Okay. So these are my famous or infamous, whatever you want to call them, hula hoops that I've told you about in years past. They make pretty good little hoops. And I'm putting these up taller than I have in years past, just so that it's a little easier if I need to get inside of this area with part of my body to do any maintenance during the winter. And I know my outfit doesn't match. I had a sweater on, and it was too warm for the sweater and too cool to go without the sweater, so I grabbed this shirt, which really doesn't match what else I have on, but that's okay. I'm just gardening, right? I don't have to be coordinated. My clothes don't have to be coordinated, I should say, in order to garden. I should be able to garden in whatever I've got on. So here I'm doing some more. I know some of you requested to watch me work, and so that indeed is what you're doing, is watching me work. And I may see if I can think about, and maybe some of you have some suggestions, how to make those poles a little more secure, since I can't get them down into the ground quite as far as I had hoped. I was hoping that they would go down into the more solid soil so that they would be a little stronger down there. No such luck. Maybe, you know what, I think I might try after we've had a good rain, and it's supposed to rain tomorrow. So hopefully the ground will kind of stay moist, and I bet when the ground's wet I can get those down in there further. At least that would be my guess. If not, if I don't get to it before it dries back up, I can just add some water to that area and see if that helps. And then I'm going to stop when I get done with this little area here, where you see the board divider. And I will be doing the other section there in front of where my lettuce is, but not today. we get a little bit of something done every day. We're doing pretty good. And I need to go out and get some more mulch and make the mulch deeper. So mulch really should come up to the top of the boards there. That would help. Or even, well, probably not more than that, otherwise it'll spill over. But the more mulch I have, the more it should help soften the dirt underneath the mulch, especially during the winter. And what was I doing there? Pulling some grass, I think. Grass likes to grow, and that's another thing that the mulch will help, is to squelch some more of that grass that tends to want to grow. Part of that's because before I started this little garden area, this area was part of the lawn. And so even though we came in with a shovel and turned big blobs of the grass over so that there was dirt on top, it's still grass, and it makes its way to the top. And I picked 2 big beans off of this bean trellis today. My trellis out in my other part of my garden has had quite a few beans. But this was the first 2 off of it. And it's starting to cool down, so I might not end up getting many beans, but sure, a pretty plant, whether I get beans or whether I don't get beans. And you see me threading the hoop onto the pole. And then I'll come around and get the one on this side. And I'm on my way around. And here I come. And looks like I can get that pole down in a little better. The ground's a little softer right here than it was over on the other side. And there we go. And the hoops there where the bean plants are, once I'm able to get that one switched around to that pole that I put in the middle, it won't stick up quite so far. My goal is to kind of have them all the same height. Once I get them secure, I'm thinking about putting something going perpendicular to those poles. Horizontal, I think, is what I meant to say. Those are going up and down. If I put something going horizontal, fasten it to those hoops, that should give it a little more stability also. Well, you did get to watch me do a little bit of work today, and that's all I'm going to share with you today. And until I see you on my next video, may the good Lord richly bless you.